Well, here we are again on a bus sitting in the Ramsey depot in Longworth, and we were sort of touching on the business of tracking buses, and this video couldn't go out until it was finally released, because it's been running in beta, hasn't it? That's what's been happening. We do have a tracker back, because we haven't had one for a while.
Yes, that's right. We found we had these difficulties in the interface between NAPTAMS, which is how electronically you store bus stop information from the European standard, and Google Maps and OpenStreetMaps, where we were suffering an accuracy issue on the island. These digital maps are only 70% accurate, but we finally put a lot of effort into updating these maps, so that on OpenStreetMap this week all 900 bus stops on the Isle of Man are on the map. And we will be able to show accessibility and things soon. But
the trams and trains as well?
Trams and trains as well. Right. But here we are. You can see on the...
Just hold that up to the camera. Oh. There we go. Yeah.
And it updates around every 15 seconds.
Right.
And you can see all the trams, trains and buses and Connect Villages services moving around the app. So here we are. Here we are in Ramsey, and there.
So that's going right. Beautifully done. I've got to touch on the thing. We've had people in talking just about their disappointment with their coming to you with potential fixes for this ages ago, and it didn't work out. It seems like an old story now because you now got it up and running again. But is there anything on that? I mean, you can comment upon. You didn't used to be able to comment. That's also.
Yeah, we've had several goes at putting procurement out, and we've not had satisfactory results from that. We've launched 2 apps in the beta form to the public, and we've not been satisfied with their accuracy and reliability. It's taken us all a long time to understand just how poor digital mapping is on the island and the interfaces that come from it.
So this is why you can't go on the UK app, basically, is it? Yeah. Or you were on one?
We were using a UK app.
Yeah.
But the accuracy was just not there.
Right.
So what we've got now, we've understand that interface much better. We put out another tender. And there were 2 tenderers, one from France and one from US, who both got it working in multiple cities. The one we chose that was the most economic option is Via. That's live in 90 cities. They understood the mapping issues because they'd found it elsewhere, and they've put the effort in to make their app work for us.
I mean, obviously it's disappointing that there's not an Isle of Man company in there.
It's disappointing. But it's like most of the software we use. We use transport standard software, which has been developed and shares our experiences with other people's, and gets fixes. And in due course, there's another firm, Transit, who run an app that's got worldwide buses on, and we will be able to feature on that app. So people coming to the island won't need to download an app. And we'll be able to use the mobile ticketing that's set up on their phone to travel here. So TT, where we get long queues of people buying go-cards, they will have been able to buy them on their phone before they get here, and it'll work. And people who are used to travelling will have this facility on a more international basis.
So this is a different app from the Mango one, is it, which we talked about last week?
As a temporary measure, it's different. We're using findmybus.im. Which if you go on there and Google it, or whichever browser you use, you'll find findmybus.im, not findmybus.anywhere else. And if you download that, you can download it as an app in Google Store, but it's best taken on.
And you can put your credit cards on that as well? Can you prepay?
No,
this
is
just tracking only?
It's tracking only.
Right.
And what will happen is when we're satisfied that that's performed well, that will be integrated into Mango, and Mango will be expanded so that we only have one app for all the things that you do with transport on the Isle of Man.
Right. And you say it updates every 15 minutes? Seconds. 15 seconds. That's pretty reliable, is it then? Because this is what you were saying before, it wasn't necessarily.
No, because it's tied to the information from the ticket machine. Generally, sat in my office, I can see every ticket issue within 6 seconds.
Yeah.
So, and we know over the past 7 years that we've had this ticketing system, it's been very robust.
And I should say, as an aside, it must be very frustrating for you, like with all these roadworks everywhere. Your buses are sitting like everybody else in massive queues, putting everything out. At least I suppose you've got that reliability now that you know it's being delayed somewhere.
Yes. We've had some periods of quite heavy delays, particularly with things like, I mentioned the prom. and this will show you accurately where the bus is.